Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. The Foreigner's taking a little break. So what we're going to do on this area here, it's finally cleaned out, is I went along with the hoe and diced up this soil a couple inches deep. We're going to do all these rows the same way, and then Consing is coming along and putting rice hulls, composted rice hulls. I forgot we had so many remaining in those, in the old fattening pens. So she's putting that about an inch deep. And then after we get the composted rice hulls on top, we're going to go get some of those carbonized rice hulls and put those about a half an inch deep on top. And then we're going to come back through and we're going to mix everything back together, mix it all up good. And then we're going to put the plastic on it and plant. I don't think we're going to get any planting done today, but at least we'll get this prepped, hopefully. Marcel and Jin don't like my hoe. They would rather use their little, Jin's using Marcel's I don't know what the hell you call it, a little pickaxe there. And Marcel's just using a bolo. That hoe is not an easy tool to use. It's heavy because it's got that big wood handle on it, and the face of it is heavy as well. But I can make it work as long as I take a break every once in a while, like I'm doing now. Alright, well, we've stopped because it started not really raining, just like a heavy sprinkle. But it carried on long enough to where you can see that this little path here is, because this is where we've been walking, you can see a little sheen on it. Look, the whole reason that I'm doing this is to aerate the soil and get biomatter in it, just to make the soil looser. Because it's hard to get stuff to grow well in hard packed clay, which is what this is. And the whole point is to loosen this soil up. And because it started raining, that's why we stopped. Because if you work this mud when it's wet, it just compacts it more. And it just eventually ends up like that right there, in between the furrows. It's just mud with no air in it. So we have stopped and probably won't continue anymore today, and hopefully it'll not rain tonight so that we can continue on this tomorrow. Just, you know, I'm not going to complain about the rain, but it would have been nice if it had not rained today. So Jen has just started more weeding, and Consing's continuing on with putting the rice hulls down, because we were pretty far ahead of her before we quit. 3 more rows there that we had started. Jen and Marcel and I were all tilling up the soil, and Consing is putting the rice hulls down, and Ippy is bringing it from one of the old fattening pens. I'd forgotten, we've got 2 fattening pens that have quite a bit of rice hulls in them. Not enough to do, I don't know, maybe enough to do this field and this one back here. But we're kind of done for today on this part here. So as soon as Consing gets caught up, she'll help Jen over there. We're going to remove all those eggplants over there as well. I think the consensus is we're going to put tomatoes in this, and we've got peppers to put in it as well. I asked it, Jin to stop. She was cleaning over there and getting ready to take out the rest of those eggplant. And I think what's more important is that we finish cleaning around these squash. You know, they're doing well, and the whole purpose of Tatai running the mower in here is to clean this up. And so these squash are doing well, and I want them to continue to do well. So we're going to finish cleaning. You know, Tatai can only get so close with that weed eater mower. So just going to have them go around and clean up a little bit. And we're going to get some fertilizer. Come to find out, we're out of fertilizer. So we're going to get some fertilizer and fertilize the crap out of these. And really get them to jumping. I would like to get a couple tons of squash out of this, and the squash that's up by the house most likely will just be used for home use, but this here I want to get a crop out of it. And if we're going off what Consing says, we're have the potential here to get a lot of squash, but this dead soil really has to be fertilized. And so we're going to get some fertilizer tomorrow and fertilize all these, and go from there. Tatai's still got quite a bit of mowing to do down there. He's working on it. He had to go get some twine for his for the weed eater. He would rather use the fishing line than the blade. We've got a blade for it, but the blade works well in the really tall grass, but down in this area here, it's not quite so tall anymore. So he's going to use the string, and he's going to use the string, the fishing line, in the fields as well. Alright, well, basically got rained out over on the other project over there, so I'm back here throwing soil into the lake here and to raise up this portion of the old fish pond. Just putting this soil back. All this soil was removed to make this bank, and so it's made a low spot. I can't quite throw it far enough to get all the way over, about over there where it starts to get high again, like right in there. That's about where the water stops. I can't throw it that far. I don't know if I could if I just use half shovels, but I don't want to mess around digging up half shovels. So I'm just throwing it as far as I can, and I'll work on this another hour, and then maybe tomorrow we can get back there and finish that field up. Because I would much rather be preparing to plant a crop than this. So we shall see. Alright, well, I'm calling it a day. Got another pretty good bit of dirt moved here. That's looking a lot better out there, at least the first 10 feet of it. I'm not even going to worry about the rest of it back in there. That'll just be a low spot. Unless I get real ambitious someday. And today's not that day. So, about halfway done, I think, with this little project here. Maybe a day or two, and I can devote my time to something else. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.